Hey, welcome in, welcome back, and welcome to your pick a card reading. This is a no contact, how they feel and how they think you feel. I want you to use this moment to center yourself, take 3 deep breaths, close your eyes, and choose the pile that is most calling to you, and I will see you there. All right, pile 1, welcome in. Before we get started, I do want to let you know that for a limited time, I am offering this reading for a personal. You will receive these same questions and these same spreads for your personal reading. We'll dive deep into your person's thoughts, feelings, and the energy surrounding your connection. So, click the link in the pinned comment below to claim yours. Now, let's get started. So, we are going to tap into 4 questions. How do they feel about you? What do they think of you? What do they think you feel about them? And what do they think you think of them? So, let's get into the first question. How do they feel about you? We have Gentleman, Sun, and Mountain. Your person still has a strong and some vibrant feelings for you. There's an energy of admiration, warmth, and possibly even longing for you. Now, I do also have to mention there is a major emotional or logical block standing in the way of them expressing this. They still hold passionate and admiring energy toward you, but it's being internally suppressed or held back due to obstacles that they may not be ready to confront. So, Gentleman is representing your person directly, whether it be male or female. This is showing that they're still emotionally present in this connection and they're not completely checked out. And Sun brings intense, positive, and clear energy. So they likely see you as radiant, powerful, or someone who made a deep emotional impact on them. And then Mountain, this is saying that despite these feelings, your person is keeping emotional distance. Possibly out of pride, maybe fear, or a sense of there just being some sort of disconnect, because there's a heaviness around them that is saying that they may feel stuck or blocked from acting on how they truly feel. All right, and then the next question, what do they think of you? We have Child, Heart, and Whip. Your person sees you as genuinely loving, emotionally open, and possibly maybe even still vulnerable to them, but also as someone who has a pattern of emotional intensity or some conflict. So they think you're loving, pure in heart, but also emotionally intense, like someone they haven't been able to fully forget or neutralize, even if the connection brought challenge. So, Child brings an energy of innocence, openness, or a new beginning. Your person may think that you're naturally sweet or emotionally sincere. And Heart here, this is doubling down on the idea that they believe you truly cared and maybe even still do. Moving on to Whip, now this is revealing emotional tension, passionate disagreements, or even repeated cycles. So they may see you as someone who loved hard but possibly argued hard too, or stirred something deep in them that they couldn't always handle. All right. And the third question, what do they think you feel about them? We have Dog, Lady, and Tower. They believe that you still have loyalty and care toward them, but that you're now emotionally guarded or withdrawn. So they think you still care and may even be open to reconnecting, but they also feel like you're holding yourself back to protect your heart or maintain dignity. So dog represents loyalty, affection, and friendship. Now, they believe your feelings are not hostile and may even be softening. And lady, this is placing you, whether you're male or female, in this question, showing that they see you as emotionally present, especially in thoughts. And Tower is an energy that your person thinks that you're keeping your distance, maybe even working on boundaries or choosing solitude over reconnection. And moving on to the fourth question, what do they think you think of them? We have Star, Ship, and Rider. Your person believes that you see them as distant but still significant. Someone that you may still spiritually or emotionally keep up with. Maybe hoping for some communication or some form of closure. So they think you see them as a spiritually significant figure, even if it feels far away, and that you may be waiting on something more from them, that being a message for them to make a move or for some sort of shift in the dynamic. So Star brings an energy of destiny, hopes, and ideals. Your person believes that you still see them as meaningful or as a chapter that isn't fully over. And Ship shows movement, distance, and change. So they may think you see them as emotionally or physically far away. And Rider is building urgency or expectation. So your person believes that you're waiting to hear something, or that parts of you still expects something from them. And then we have a closing message here. We have Capulet that says fatherly love, control, and dogmatism. We have Juliet that says inner strength and independence, and Appointment that says engagement, marriage, and proposal. Capulet may represent how your person is still emotionally controlled, possibly even feeling ruled by cultural, familial, or personal structures that stop them from expressing their deeper emotions. And Juliet is speaking to or about you directly. You represent an energy that's growing, independent, emotionally strong, and holding strong to your truth despite how much you once gave or hoped for. And Appointment, now this to me hints that there is a spiritual contract still at play, potentially a reconnection meeting, or something that has yet to unfold, or at the very least this is a karmic moment of clarity between the two of you that will come. Now, putting all the energies together, I would say your ex-lover still thinks of you often and deeply. But they do see you as emotionally evolved and out of reach. While they do believe you still care, they also feel like you're keeping them at a distance. maybe waiting for them to step up or say something meaningful. And there's a powerful energy here of unfinished business, or you both mirroring one another. All right, that's what I have for you, pile 1. Again, if you would like your very own personalized reading, click the link in the pinned comment below. And I'll see you in the next one. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So before we get started, I do want to let you know that for a limited time, I am offering this reading for a personal. You will receive these same questions and these same spreads for your personal reading. We are going to dive deep into your person's feelings, the energy surrounding the connection, and your person's thoughts. Click the link in the pinned comment below to claim yours. Now, let's get started. So we're going to be answering 4 questions, and then we're going to get a closing message. So how do they feel about you? What do they think of you? What do they think you feel about them? And what do they think you think of them? So first question, how do they feel about you? We have Scythe, Clover, and Ring. Your person's feelings are a mix of regrets, sudden realization, and there's also a sense of fate that they can't quite shake. So at this very moment, they feel the weight of what was lost, but can also sense that your bond hasn't been completely severed. So again, that mix of regret and hope, almost like they're waiting for a sign that would justify reconnecting with you. Scythe is showing a painful or abrupt ending. They may still feel wounded by how things ended or by their own parts ended. I was going to say, okay, so with Scythe again too, with feel, I was going to say full, so full of pain is what I'm getting from this. So you're hurting, but so are they too. And then Clover, this brings luck, a second chance, or even some wishful thinking. This is them being optimistic. So they may wonder if things could have gone differently or if the door is still open. And then Ring is confirming that they still feel connected to you emotionally and energetically. Whether consciously or not, they sense some kind of unfinished cycle in this connection. And then second question, what do they think of you? We have Bouquet, Crossroads, and Lily. They see you as graceful, complex, and emotionally mature. Now, they may also view you as someone who chose their own path, even if it led away from them. So they think you are kind but strong-willed, someone who acts with grace even in difficult moments. There's also some reverence in how they remember you, even if they also feel you've moved on without them. So Bouquet is admiration, beauty, and kindness. They see you as someone who offered warmth and love. And Crossroads is revealing that they view you as someone who made an empowered decision, even if it hurts. They respect that, but may still be emotionally caught at the points of your decision. And Lily, this is wisdom, dignity, and calm maturity. So they see you as someone who has grown into their power. And you've always carried that, but it was you were calm in nature with your strength. And then the third question, what do they think you feel about them? We have Key, Anchor, and Tree. They believe you still hold meaningful and deep feelings for them, even if you've buried them under time or growth, no matter how long the disconnect has been. So they think you may still care for them on a deeper level than you show, and that this connection was never just surface level. They may even believe that you've matured beyond needing them, but they still sense the emotional legacy that remains between the two of you. So, Key is saying that they believe they still hold an important place in your hearts. Anchor shows that they see you as grounded and stable, but still emotionally connected in some way. Maybe not to them personally, but to what was once shared. And then Tree, this is confirming that they see your feelings as deep, even soul-rooted, and possibly still growing, just slowly and quietly. Like the energy feels very subtle to them. And moving on to what do they think you think of them, we have mice, garden, and snake. Your person believes you see them as untrustworthy, socially evasive, or someone whose charm may have masked deeper complications. They think you see them or see through the exterior that they put up, the front that they put up. They feel that you believe they either are emotionally disconnected or dishonest, or that they played a role in your pain. And there's also an energy of tension here. So they may worry that your opinion of them has shifted dramatically. So mice is speaking to anxiety, erosion, and they think you now view them with skepticism, or that your trust in them has been worn down. And garden, this can represent the public, community, or shared circles. Your person may believe that you think they perform well socially, but avoid intimacy. And then snake, this brings seduction, manipulation, or some emotional complexity. They believe you view them as someone not fully transparent or safe for your heart. And then your closing message, we have dream that says prophecy, hint, guidance, and oracle. We have oath of the moon that says vows of love. We have seeking help, talking, conference, and consult. Dream is affirming that you may be receiving intuitive insight through dreams, or symbols, or even unexpected emotions. This connection is likely still active on a psychic or soul level. And oath of the moon, this energy here is confirming that there was a karmic promise or soul vow between you, even if it was never spoken aloud. This connection was spiritually significant to the both of you. And then seeking help. Now is a time for you to lean into support, counsel, or clarity, especially if this connection has caused you some inner conflict. Your ex-lover still feels connected to you emotionally. They believe you see them with sharper eyes now. You are less naive and more protective. They think you cared deeply and even still might, but have matured enough to protect yourself from any instability that they may carry. There is spiritual weight on this connection, but also a call to healing and truth-seeking. All right, that is what I have for you, pile 2. Again, don't forget to click the link in the pinned comment to claim your own personalized version of this. And I'll see you in the next one. Pile 3, welcome in. Before we get started, I do want to mention that for a limited time, I am offering this reading for a personal. You are going to receive these same questions and these same spreads for your personal reading. We'll take a deep dive into your person's thoughts, feelings, and the energy surrounding your connection. Click the link in the pinned comment below to claim yours. Now, let's get started. First question, how do they feel about you? We have bear, clouds, and book. There's a strong emotional intensity here, but it's masked in uncertainty and guarded inner conflict. Your person still feels your energy heavily, but it brings them mental and emotional confusion. So there may be things that they never said or understood about what happened between you, and they're keeping much of that confusion hidden. Still, you matter to them deeply, even if they don't know what to do about it. So bear, this is your presence, and this shows that you still hold power in their life. You're seen as someone strong, impactful, and even protective. You may have awakened deep emotional or even possessive responses within them. And then clouds, this is saying that your person feels confused or emotionally torn about what happened right now. So their feelings may fluctuate, or they may be struggling to make sense of what's still lingering between the connection. And then book, this is pointing to secrets or emotional privacy. So they're likely keeping their true feelings to themselves, maybe even trying to make sense of their feelings or suppress them. And now the second question, what do they think of you? We have moon, fish, and cross. So they think of you as someone who is emotional, spiritually charged, and possibly burdened by the intensity of this connection. They see you as someone who is beautiful, sensitive, and meaningful, but also, again, deeply affected. As though your emotional depth is both admirable but also overwhelming. And there's also a sense that they believe you suffered through this connection. Getting into the cards individually, we have moon, and it said, to me, this is speaking to admiration, emotion, and even romantic idealization. So they see you as someone creative, reflective, and intuitive. And fish is showing they also see you as emotionally fluid, maybe even a little too hard to pin down. And they also feel like you are capable of navigating through complex feelings. And cross, they feel you carry emotional weights or sorrow, especially related to them or the connection that you once shared. And moving on to your third question, what do they think you feel about them? Stork, house, and coffin. So they believe you've been going through emotional transformation in regards to them and the connection, maybe moving from warmth to closure. So while they do still believe that you hold a place in your hearts for them, they also feel like you're slowly reclaiming yourself and letting them go. They may even fear that you've outgrown your need for them emotionally. Now, Stork shows they sense that you've changed or are in the process of emotionally evolving beyond them. And House reflects that they think you once saw them as emotionally safe or even comforting, like a place of familiarity. In Coffin, they believe you are either closing the door emotionally or at least burying old expectations. And moving on to the fourth question, what do they think you think of them? We have Birds, Letter, and Fox. They believe you see them as someone who is clever, maybe even charming with their words, but not fully trustworthy. So they feel like you see them as someone who could talk the talk, but whose intentions were unclear or self-serving. And you may have once trusted their words, but now you view their communication with skepticism. Birds is implying about talk, chatter, and maybe even anxiety. So you may have had frequent or emotional conversations that now feel unresolved. And Letter is pointing to communication. So they believe you're still analyzing what was said or left unsaid. And Fox confirms that they think you now see them with caution, maybe even as manipulative, and again as self-serving. And moving on to your closing message, we have Count Paris that says narcissistic, attractive, noble, and sincere. We have distilling liquor, strategy, expertise, double-edged sword. Secret help that says keeping secrets, anonymous goodwill. Count Paris is mirroring their persona. Maybe charming but conflicted, sincere in certain areas but also self-focused. They may truly care but have ego-based limitations. Distilling liquor is saying that this connection was both strong but also dangerous, something that required a strategic approach or restraints to navigate. So their actions may have felt calculated but not necessarily cruel. And secret help it's implying that this person may still care or is somehow protecting you from a distance, even if they're not ready or able to return. Now, tying all the energies together, I would say that this person feels a lot more than they show. There is emotional intensity, regret, and confusion, but also a deep respect and curiosity about how you're moving forward. They may not be ready to communicate clearly, but they do feel the silence. They also believe that you're healing, maturing, and starting to see them for who they really are. There is an energy of unfinished business here, but your inner transformation is the true shift happening right now. All right, Pile 3, that is what I have for you. Again, don't forget to click the link in the pinned comment to claim your own personalized reading, and I will see you all in the next one.